In this video, we will see what is Babel. Babel is a JavaScript compiler to write code once and run it in any browser. So to begin with, let's start with initializing npm init-y, and we will install some dev dependencies. Since Babel is a compiler, we don't use them in runtime. The first package we will install is at babel/core. So once we installed it, let's check the package.json, and we will see that the version is 7.15. And the next package we are going to install is Babel CLI. It will help us run command line interfaces. So here I will remove the test and write a build command. And in the build command, I'll say Babel source -d and the destination. We will create the source directory, src, and index.js. Inside index.js, we will simply write a arrow function and a string literal so that we can see the difference in JavaScript within various browsers. So once we created a arrow function, and here we will see our package.json and everything is set. One last package we need to install is Babel preset env. Using this preset, we will have control over the compilation process. To do that, we will create a babel.config.json. Babel will by default identify the JSON file when it executes. Inside here, we will return preset and Babel preset. Now if we run the build command, here we can see we got dast destination folder, and inside here we can see our code got compiled and came out in pretty much a supported browser supported version. So now let's open it in a different tab and compare the source and the destination. So this is our source, and here we have our destination. There are concat. To see more difference, we will put an equal to and pass a parameter. Here in the destination, if we see, it has like handles a separate line for arguments. Now that has been done, this is basically enough for a Babel setup, but we are going to go beyond and learn the Babel. So here inside config file, we will pass the second parameter in the preset, and it's going to be an object. Inside object, we will say target browser as a target, and we will pass a object in a key value pair. First we will give Chrome, and minimum supported version is like 58 would be good. And next, once we done that, if we run a build, we can see our compiled code changed into same as what we have in source, because Chrome 58 supports mostly what we written in the source. One more target, we will add IE, and the version would be 11. Now it has to support both the browsers, so we can see the difference here. Once we run the build, we can see our code got executed as it was previously. Other options for target browsers are mostly, we have iOS and Android in the list, and we also have Node. We can actually preset the Node to legacy version to support our old VMs. Now that has been said, uh, we do have some other approaches to do the same. We don't always have to specify the lowest version. Instead, we can try a different option. Here we can say browsers and it's a list, and here we will say last to Chrome version. So it supports mostly like two previous versions, and we can see we almost have what we had for Chrome. Basically covers everything in the preset. The next thing we are going to see is Babel plugins. So we will do some changes in the code to better understand the plugin purpose. Here let me say the name is the instance of string. So we are checking a boolean whether the passed parameter is string. So if we run the build, we can see the same works in the destination as well. If I add IE and if I run the build, it fails because it seems like we made a typo. So let me give a space, and if we do the build again, so we can see the instance of is still there because it was available in JavaScript from older versions as well. But here what we are going to see is we are going to use a plugin to override the instance of behavior. To begin that, we will install the Babel package. It's a dev dependency. So transform instance of. Once we installed it, we will add it in the config.json. It should be next to presets. Here we will mention plugins and we will give the plugin name. I will copy it since it was mouthful. Now if we run the build, we can see there is a new method called instance of in the line 3. Basically plugin doesn't expect any browser support. They add whatever the plugin we have as a prerequisite before executing our code. You can see here plugin tries to imitate the default behavior without using the same keyword, and this is how plugin helps in Babel to achieve browser competency. Our plugins imitate most of the JavaScript's behavior. Like for example, in this website, we have some of the basic utilities of JavaScript being made as a plugin. Babel has them available and we can install them and follow the instructions in the document.